Hey, lovelies. Lucy Highland here from Creative Human Design. And today I'm going to be working with a pretty potent full moon energy. And the full moon this month is in the gate 36, which has the most beautiful name in the I Ching, brightness hidden. And we're going to be doing a creative meditation today, which is just going to allow us to drop into that energy and really get more of a sensory embodied experience of that energy, so we can begin to see it from a fresh perspective in our own lives and see how this particular energy influences us, especially at a time like this when we've got a full moon energy that's really highlighting it or showcasing it, or even just allowing us to think about it differently. So my name is Lucy Highland, and my work is focused on bringing a creative aspect of human design and allowing people to draw and design and configure and play with their human design charts through the creative process. And this really enables people to see it from a fresh perspective, but actually begin to know and understand and feel and experience their human design chart from a completely different way of being. So my creative meditations are really simple. So all you'll need is a piece of paper, which I have one here, just an old notebook. And today I'm actually just using a pencil. I'm just keeping it really simple today. But if you have markers, pens, highlighter pens, crayons, anything you might want to use, please use. You can use colors, you can use all the one color. This is really your space, and I'll be giving you gentle guidance, but really this is about 15 or 20 minutes of you diving into this unique energy and seeing, well, what does it mean for me? And allowing the mark making, allowing the creative meditation to touch you and to penetrate you in a different way than simply knowing about it. So I've got myself a lovely cup of tea here, which I'm going to sit with and sip on during the meditation, and really find yourself a quiet spot. Put earphones in, close the door, perhaps choose a quiet time of day, and use this as reflective time out away from the busyness and the madness, to tune in and really beginning to wake up and excite your senses. Okay, so let's get started. So the overview for this session is I'll do a brief body scan introduction meditation that will be about 5 minutes, and then I'll go straight into the creative exercise and I'll guide you step by step through the creative exercise. Go with your own flow. So if there's something of particular interest and intrigue, if you want to zone me out and just lose yourself in your drawing, that's fine. This is an invitation for you to play, really, and to create. So here we have, make sure your paper is nearby. Here we have my piece of paper. I'll bring that up on the camera when I'm doing creative meditation, just in case you need any guidance. But for now, let's just sit back and relax. We're going to start with a really simple body scan meditation. And this is just for us to land. So we're entering into a different space when we create, when we meditate. This is not your usual everyday space. So we want to honor the separation. You're entering into a threshold of being in a different space to your average day-to-day. And how we can do this, and the pathway to doing this, is through our breath. So just simply paying attention to the fact that you're breathing. Breathing in, breathing out, not changing anything, not trying to hide or steer away from the breath in any way, just coming back to the simplicity of the fact that you're breathing in and you're breathing out. It may be the first time today you've noticed that you're breathing, that you're alive. That your vital energy is being taken in by this in-breath, and all that is no longer needed is let go through the out-breath. And as you begin to pay attention to your breath, remember that full moons are often about letting go. You may have set a particular intention with the new moon a few weeks ago, or you may simply be just noticing particular patterns or behaviors or emotions coming in and out of your experience. Full moon energy for us, we can just let it go under its guidance, under its power. So I just want you to veer your attention towards your feet. Are they on the surface of the ground? Are they on the earth? So just allowing this to travel up from your feet, your toes, the sole of your foot, up to your ankle, your calves, and your knees. Following along through your thighs, your sit bones, and really getting familiar with that area at the base of the spine, the sacrum area, the hip area, even just ever so slightly tilting this hip back and forward. Just noticing, how does that space feel? And then moving up through the torso, the contraction and relaxation of the belly, the expansion and contraction of the chest, just noticing the impact that the breath has on the body, up to the shoulders. And if it feels okay, just rising those shoulders and falling again. Letting go of any tension you might have had so far today. Just the third time, that feels okay. And bring your attention down your right arm, your right forearm, your right hand, your left arm, left forearm, left hand, and just noticing your hands sitting on the lap or the table or in front of you. Traveling up from the bottom of the spine, up through the sides, to the shoulders, to the top of the spine, to the back of the head, the sides of the head, the face, and the top of the head. And taking a full body breath. And in your own time, maybe slowly opening your eyes if you've had them closed, or just bringing your focus gently onto the page or the pencil, pens in front of you. And I want you just to feel the page for a second. Raising the hand, moving it across the page. Just really noticing coolness of the page. So we're going to start our creative meditation now. I really don't want you to lose that lovely attention you had on the breath, on the body, on the senses. Hold this while we start. And I want you to pick any corner or any area around the outskirts of the page, and I want you to choose a point, doesn't matter where, and I want you to just draw a line. The simplicity of making a mark on the page, and this is where your creative activity begins. And now I'd like you to just, again, putting the pen on the page, and I want you to just draw a very simple, either circle or an aspect of a circle in a corner or along the sides, doesn't matter where, just one of your areas along the side of the page. And I want you to just find that place and then make, we have like a little semicircle. And what I'd like you to do is slowly, intentionally begin to radiate out from this semicircle. Just slowly in your own time, like the ripples of a pond or the waves or light of the sun. Just noticing this rippling out onto the page. And I want you to come back as you continue this to your breath. Noticing your breath in and your breath out, and even beginning to match the in and out breath to this line, this mark, this circular form. So as an example, perhaps taking a moment, and as your pencil hits the page, breathing in. And then as the line continues around the page, breathing out. So a mark becomes an expression of your in and your out. Find a rhythm or a pattern with this. Just slowly, intentionally making a mark on the page, noticing the breath, and noticing there may come a point in time when you hit this original line and not going over it, so just really getting to the edge of the line and then continuing, but no point in time crossing over. Again, making sure the breath is connected, making sure the mark can be seen, can be felt, and is connected through your breath. And you may take a long time to fill in these radiating semicircles, or you might have a very small amount of space to fill in. Whatever it is, just noticing. Whenever you're ready, whenever the time is right, doing the same again. Beginning to notice, how do I feel as I make these lines? And starting again with this radiating circular form ensuring that it doesn't go beyond the lines, ensuring that it's contained. If it's rays of a sun, that the light is contained within these boundaries or barriers. Coming back to the breath, noticing the breath. So for a moment, I want you to think about this energy, the gate in human design, which is gate 36, or the hexagram 36 in the Chinese I Ching. So the 36 is in the solar plexus. It's an emotional gate. And the name in the traditional I Ching is brightness hidden. As I do this video in September 24, Neptune would have spent a lot of time over the last 2 years in gate 36. And so we may have a particularly vivid appreciation or understanding of that gate as a result of Neptune's transit. For me personally, this was a very difficult time as I really got to see the gate 36 in action. So gate 36 is brightness hidden. And it's really the story of a man who chooses to hide his current state to protect himself from the madness that is in the kingdom towards the end of the reign of one of the great kings. And what 36 tells us is that our brightness is not there for everyone. For many of us, our brightness is there for particular people, for particular moments in time, for those who may appreciate and respect and enjoy that brightness. And yet the story for many of us is that often we try to shine our light brightly when it's clear that the person we're talking to, the group we're in, the situations we find ourselves in are not our people. They're not necessarily positive situations for us to engage in. And so at those times, we simply retreat. We hide. We know that we will wait patiently for those people who see us, who hear us, who witness us, and who love us, and we'll save our brightness for them. So as you can see through my drawing, the brightness radiating from this so-called sun, it only goes so far. It's bound naturally by circumstance or people or place. And so as you're doodling, as you're drawing, just paying attention to this energy and perhaps reflecting on times in your life when you've known exactly the right time to shine, and those times in your life when it hasn't been a good idea to shine. And again, Coming back to the breath, perhaps each breath making a mark, perhaps each line. Symbolizing a breath, a moment, a thought. And in your own time, perhaps deciding to change color and begin to color in particular areas. Perhaps choosing to fill in spaces, to create patterns or shapes. Really playing with what you have in front of you. Remember that this energy is here for your exploration. For you to play with and sense and examine for your own personal growth, your own personal development. Is there a part that you're curious about, you'd like to expand on further? Are you intrigued by a particular corner or particular area? Following that curiosity and enjoying it. Again, coming back to the breath. Coming back to this moment in time. Really being present with what is here right now. Really playing the possibilities and the potential of what this energy brings to you today. And slowly in your own time, finding a way of coming to an end. Finding a way of putting down the pencil or the pen. You may decide to pause here and just continue filling out, continuing to ponder, to wonder, and to explore this energy that's here. Perhaps taking a few moments to do some free writing, allowing some words to flow onto the page. Perhaps naming your piece. Perhaps a word comes to your mind. Just witnessing and watching whatever's emerging, accepting it for what it is for today. Putting down your pencil and just perhaps gently massaging the hands, stretching out the arms, taking a few deeper breaths. As you watch, perhaps moving, wriggling, shoulders, noticing the difference between that arm and the hand that was involved in the drawing and the one that rested. So I really hoped you enjoyed that little creative exploration of gate 36, and maybe something's dropped for you that maybe you hadn't seen or considered or thought about before, perhaps a memory or a vision. If you like this idea of exploring human design through creativity, then please like and subscribe. I haven't done one of these creative meditations in a while. Life has taken me on a different course, but I'm really beginning to enjoy as the autumn air is here, that I've got a feeling I'll be retiring back indoors a little bit more and doing some more creative meditations. So if you are interested, I do one-on-one creative meditations with people where they get to draw and explore their chart through creative exercises. So I'll put information on that below. And if you would like to reach out and learn more about how I operate, please check out my website, which I also have below. So take care. Hopefully you'll be around for the rise of the full moon. I hope you get to go out into the woods or onto the beach or into the park or wherever you go to enjoy it. And look forward to hearing below how you got on with this particular creative meditation. Take care. Bye bye.